Addition is often the biggest performance bottleneck in a CPU, but it doesn't have to be. In this video, I'll show you how we can speed up addition, making our CPU much faster once we build it for real. Hello everyone, my name is Mike and you're watching Polymath Unlimited. In this series, we are building a Logisim simulation of an 8-bit CPU with the following design goals in mind. First, the CPU should be simple enough to make a physical build practical. Second, the CPU should be capable of complex operations. And third, the CPU should be easy to program. In the last video, we talked about 2's complement notation and how we can use it to represent negative numbers and do subtraction. This video will be about carry lookahead logic, which is a technique we can use to make binary addition much faster in our CPU. While this won't do much for the performance of our Logisim simulation, it will be a real game changer in terms of performance when we build our CPU out of real transistors later. Let's go into Logisim and take a look at the adder circuit we designed a couple of videos ago. We used 8 full adders to make an 8-bit adder, and each full adder generates a carry-out signal that the next full adder then uses to calculate its output. This approach is called ripple carry. While this is simple and intuitive, it has one big drawback. Each adder has to wait until all the previous adders have finished calculating their output before it can start its calculation. This is because logic gates do not instantly generate their output. There is a small delay between when you change a gate's input and when the gate's output stabilizes to the correct value. We can visualize this problem by going to the Simulate menu and unchecking the Simulation Enabled option. Now, when we change one of the input pins, instead of automatically running the simulation, we can press Ctrl-I to step the simulation forward by one gate delay. If we change the inputs around to different values, we can see that it takes quite a few gate delays before the outputs of our adder stabilize to their correct values. In the worst case, when the carry needs to ripple through all 8 bits, we can get propagation delays of up to 19 gate delays. This might not seem like much, but if we want our processor to be able to run hundreds of thousands or even millions of operations per second, then this delay severely limits the speed at which we can run our processor. Wouldn't it be nice if we could somehow generate the carry signals ahead of time? This is exactly the problem that carry lookahead logic solves. Instead of each adder generating a carry signal, we use a carry lookahead unit to generate all of the carry signals simultaneously. That way, each full adder can run its calculation without having to wait for the previous one to finish. To do this, the first thing we need to do is modify our full adder circuit. Instead of generating a carry out signal, we need to generate a generate signal and a propagate signal. Think of the generate signal as generating a new carry, and the propagate signal as passing along an existing carry. The generate signal can be generated by ANDing the A and B inputs, and the propagate signal can be made by ORing the inputs. We can also simply make the propagate signal by XORing the A and B inputs, since if both A and B are 1, then the full adder will give a generate signal anyway. Now that our full adders have generate and propagate outputs, the carry lookahead unit can decide whether each stage will pass a carry signal to the next one. Specifically, a stage will receive a carry signal if any previous stage generated a carry, and all intermediate stages between the 2 stages propagated that carry. This can be achieved with a series of AND and OR gates. Here is a 4-bit carry lookahead adder in Logisim. In principle, we could keep extending this pattern for however many bits we want. However, in practice, this often makes the circuitry too complex for the performance gain to be worth it. This is because each additional bit needs more logic than the last one in order to calculate its carry bit. We can solve this problem by modifying our carry lookahead unit to output its own generate and propagate signals. We can then make a 16-bit adder by taking the generate and propagate signals of our 4-bit carry lookahead units and feeding them into an additional carry lookahead unit. This provides almost the same performance benefit as the more complex circuit we would have had before, but our circuitry is much simpler now. We can take this even further by taking 4 of our 16-bit adders and combining them in the same manner to make a 64-bit adder. We can see that even in the worst case, where the carry has to propagate through all 64 bits of the adder, the operation takes just 10 gate delays to complete. This is a huge improvement over the simple ripple carry addition we had previously. Here is a 4-bit version of a carry lookahead adder that I built on breadboards with transistors. I've also included some additional logic so we can do both subtraction and addition. We discussed how to do subtraction in a previous video if you want to check it out. Here you can see our adder correctly performing a few addition and subtraction operations. When we build our 8-bit CPU later, we'll use 2 circuits very similar to these, giving us 8 bits of processing power. Now that we can build carry lookahead circuits, our CPU will be able to handle much higher clock speeds when we build it for real at a future date. In the next video, we will take everything that we have learned so far and use it to start designing our CPU's arithmetic logic unit. This will give our CPU all of the tools it needs to perform a variety of mathematical and logical functions on 8-bit numbers. Until then, feel free to play around in Logisim or maybe grab some transistors and see what you can create. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.